Hello and welcome. This is our first Saturday living full-time that we don't actually have anything to do. And so in preparation for winter, we're gonna measure the camper, get the skirting done, see how much we need. We got a quote for $2,500 to do it. And so I just want to see if we can do it cheaper, and if so, we're gonna do it ourselves. So I just sketched up a little outline of our camper. I'm gonna take some measurements now and see how much material we need. These are our measurements. So for around the bottom part of the camper, not include the fifth wheel overhang, these were my measurements. 811 inches comes to about 67.5 feet. And that I want to be about 48 inches tall, so I have enough to tuck under, put some weights on it. And then for the fifth wheel overhang, it came to about 22.83 feet, and I need that to be between 64 and 72 inches tall in order to be able to tuck some under, put some weights on it. So now that we have our measurements, we're gonna go online, see what we can find for material. We've seen some kits. The kits kind of seem to be about the same price as what the lady quoted us to do it. So I'm hoping I can just buy the material in bulk from a vinyl supplier rather than looking for specific RV skirting and do it cheap. First up was a company called Big Duck Canvas. This is where I found the vinyl to skirt the camper. I ordered 40 linear yards, which is more than enough, but I would rather have more than not enough when I get partway through the job. Then I needed a way to secure the vinyl to the camper, and at Sailrite I found the button snaps with the screw studs so that I can attach the vinyl to the side of the camper all the way around. In order to secure the button snaps to the vinyl, you have to have that special press and snap tool, which I found on eBay. I also picked up some vinyl cement so that if I needed to join two pieces together, I could do that as well. I also wanted to be able to access underneath the camper, so I picked up this 2-inch Velcro strap that I will glue to two pieces of vinyl in order to create an opening. Then I also picked up some snap clamps which will secure the vinyl to PVC pipe that I can use to weight down the bottom of the skirt to hold it securely against the ground. We gotta get rid of some stuff. Brought some more stuff to put in the storage unit. We still gotta do some cleaning out in here. We got way too much stuff stored. So
at the end, you just pile it in. It's just overwhelming. You just put it in and deal with it later. So that's what we're doing through the winter.
Yep, we're gonna get it cleaned up eventually. I'm not getting rid of any of my tools though. You always need tools, and they're expensive, so I can keep those. But we're dropping the tote off of our camo here at the storage unit, and then we're going to go drop some stuff off that we're donating. We got to go to the trailer store to get a few pieces for the blinds that were broke on the camper so we can get those fixed. Gonna go to Home Depot to get a piece of wood so we can fix the island where I ripped off those shelves because they did not rip off very nice. And then go back.
Hang my knives.
Oh yeah, and gotta hang the magnetic knife thing for the wife. Come back, I'm gonna clean up the vehicles. They're pretty dirty. It's been a while. Truck's dirty from going hunting and stuff, so we're gonna get those cleaned up. Brooke's gonna work on getting the inside of the camper kind of cleaned up. It's just kind of been a little overwhelming lately, so we can get all that cleaned up and just relax the rest of the day. cars. My wife keeps some of the most random stuff in her car. So I'm working on cleaning out the cars and taking them, get them vacuumed, cleaned, wash windows, all that good stuff. Just kind of get them all cleaned up and ready for the fall and winter. Having the 3 little boys in there, they get dirty pretty quick. Brooke's working on getting everything cleaned up in here.
Coat on the carpet.
It got a little messy while we were hunting, and just because we were trying to hurry up and get out of the house and get moved into here. It's like, Ray, what are you doing, Ray?
I'm putting this together.
Oh, well, that looks pretty cool.
They have a
Those some tractors.
yeah.
Oh, and a dump truck. You can just build them. You got your drill? Let's see your drill.
And screwdrivers.
And a screwdriver. You got the drill, Ray?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see that. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Upping.
Oh, cool. All right, you guys work on that. We're gonna work on getting the camper cleaned up here. What are you doing?
Smell your waiter.
All right, we bought a 2-pack fire extinguishers at Home Depot today. We're gonna replace the old one that's in there. These guys are a little bit bigger anyways, and we want to have at least 2 in there so that they're a little more accessible. So we're gonna get to installing those now. We installed 1 fire extinguisher here in the cabinet. It's in close proximity to the door, into the kitchen. So if we have an issue, it's pretty easy to grab that. And the second one we installed up here in the master, and it's just right there. They're just kind of set in place right now. That since those walls are hollow, I'm gonna go get some toggle bolts. But this will allow us, if we're in bed and there's an issue, we can quickly grab that fire extinguisher and run down to the issue. Getting ready to do a little dinner. Brooke made these pizza paninis. We're gonna try them out on our new Camp Chef. We haven't used this very much yet, but this is the Pro60X Camp Chef. It's a dual burner. Each burner is 30,000 BTUs. And the little bit that we've used it, I've been very impressed with it. We got the grill box on top right now, and it's ready to go. So we're gonna throw those on there and see how it does. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. All right. Looking good. Oh man, it was windy last night. The nice thing about this Lippert leveling system is we didn't ever feel it in the camper. We could hear the wind and it sounded brutal. Surprised we didn't lose anything around the camp. I thought for sure our little green rug would have been gone this morning, but it's still there. I figured the bucket would have been gone. Nothing. Wind was horrible. We could hear some branches coming up off. They came off the trees and hit the top of the camper. But yeah, nothing blew away. But yeah, just got a little work done, a little work on the camper done. Maybe watch some football. Luckily the Broncos aren't playing. They already lost this week. So I got that out of the way. So now I can just sit back and watch some football. So a little bit of change plans today. I planned on working this afternoon, getting some book work done, doing a little video editing, but the charger for my laptop finally died. Been kind of holding it just right to get it to charge, and it's been working, but it finally died. Looked all around town. Nobody has a MacBook charger, let alone one for 2011. So I called up to Best Buy in Grand Junction, which is about an hour away. They had one, actually they have three. So they set one aside for me, so we're gonna go pick that up. And while we're up here, the Colorado National Monument's close by, so we're gonna go take the boys to that real quick. See what that's all about. So yeah, we're gonna change plans. We'll go back home later. Hopefully get a little work done, a little video editing. But just out for another little trip today. Finally found the visitor center. It's a long ways from the entrance where we came in at. I'm gonna get their books stamped at least.
Did you grab their books?
No, I didn't grab their books.
Just kidding.
Did you bring our book?
Mommy went to get them.
You can see?
But this one says.
It says the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, Mama, come over here. What's this?
Look, AC, look at the wind. The freezing and the thawing. Remember how we talked about them sealing the road? Because the water gets in there and expands and it helps break stuff in the road.
Yes.
Okay, we just checked out the Colorado National Park Monument Ranger Station, and we'll definitely be back. We just kind of impromptu little trip. We just drove the loop, checked it out. We'll definitely be bringing the boys back to do their ranger program. You guys like to do the ranger program?
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to do the ranger program, so we'll bring them back, maybe hike a couple trails and stuff. Looks like some pretty cool hikes. Some mountain bike trails. There's a whole mountain bike park down at the bottom, which is cool if you're into that. So yeah, we'll be back. It was a cool little drive.
We just finished at the Colorado National Monument. Really cool area. I just wanted to share a couple things with you. It's weird because you drive in and you literally are driving through a neighborhood of really big fancy homes, and then all of a sudden you're at the gate for the monument. Then when you go to leave, it's the exact same thing on the other side. One side they are very large houses, and the other side they are gigantic houses. But it was really cool. We've been to Arches, we've been to Mesa Verde, different areas like that. So the rock formations are not something new to us. However, it is really cool because they are all a little bit different. But the entrance to where the National Monument sits was a little odd and was really neat. So the second thing I want to share is a budget travel tip. If you are on a budget, you can get into the national parks and the national monuments either before they open or after they close, and you don't have to pay. Now, we have a national parks pass, but before we bought ours, unintentionally, we caught Black Canyon after they had closed for the day. So we didn't have to pay that first weekend that we went in, and then the second weekend we went back and bought our pass. We have been to other parks as well. We like to go early and beat the crowds, and also beat the temperature. So in doing that, we've been to multiple parks and we have had them say, you don't need to pay, we don't need to see your pass, whatever the case may be. So if budget is really a big thing for you and the $80 for the annual pass is too much, or the day pass, because the national monuments and the recreation areas, those are not included in your $80 with your America the Beautiful pass. So if that's really an issue for you, keep in mind you can go in really early before they open, or you can be there late after they close and avoid those costs. Today, we were there at like 3:30. Totally unintentional for us not to have to pay, but it's not the first time it's happened, and it's a really good budget tip if you need it.
Where we are going. We just got done at the National Monument. Drive-in, there's big houses, and when you get there at the gate, you could go in early or after they close, and you don't have to pay. All done.